All right, so the interface here, I want to make sure you understand the basics if you haven't already messed with it. The most important thing you become friends with is your shift key. Okay. So if you want to grab a whole bunch of things, what you'll want to do is use the shift key to grab them together. Otherwise, it'll grab just one. So like say shot, if waiting for game, sorry, I got to click start game. Okay, game should be ready to start now. Okay, did it make that little nice noise saying we're beginning? Great. Okay, so for instance, look at the say shot card here. Right? If I just pull on it, it'll pull it up, which is just fine. That's great. If I want to return it and create a deck that can be shuffleable, you'll drag it on top of whatever deck's there until it goes orange. And when you let go, it pops it back in.
Cool.
So you have to make it orange to do that. Now, let's say there's a bunch of cards out and I want to mess with them all at once. What I do is I hit shift and I select the area, and then I can grab them all together, and I can even put them both in the deck at the same time and return them like that.
Oh, that's so nifty.
Yeah, isn't that pretty cool? Now, there's a context-sensitive menu if you right-click on the God cards, for instance, and then there's a shuffle symbol. Can you see that, or is that only for me?
I'm not seeing it. I just see an and closing.
Okay. Well, so what I'll do is I'll shuffle it there. So you could try that yourself. Go ahead and right-click over the deck there. It should pull up the shuffle option.
It looks like it's not giving it to me. It might just be... Oh, there it is. Shuffle. There it is.
Isn't that cool?
That's awesome.
Yep. Now, there's another rule, too. What you can do is you can put cards on the bottom, for instance. So, like, I'm going to grab this whole deck here by hitting Shift and then selecting that area. I wonder if did that work, what I just tried? Well, we'll see. So I'm going to move... Oh, that grabbed everything there. Let's see if I can... Well, I'm going to move these to the side here. Notice Thoth there is on the bottom. You can flip things by using the right button and then the flip option. That's very handy. Or just the letter F, once you've selected it, will flip it too.
Oh, cool.
Okay? Now, if I want Thoth to stay on the bottom no matter what, I would just press the letter U and it would shove it to the bottom of a stack. So, I think that's pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a God card stack right here. I'm just going to grab this. Oh, wait, I'll grab all of these. Right? I'm going to put them... Oh, looks like it might not want me to do that. I'll do it the other way around. Sometimes the oranging doesn't work like you want it to. If you hit Q and E, it'll rotate things.
Okay.
All right, and so now it should let me put those together. That's the hard thing, is getting that. There it went. Now, once you have a couple, it makes a stack really easily.
So it doesn't need to be like in a designated space to stack it. It can stack anywhere.
It should be anywhere. There are some designated spaces that create certain effects, but not for that. Now I'm going to put this back there for the God cards. I'm going to put that back there on top. Now I'm going to shuffle. And there we go. All right. So, other things for the tour here. You know, the setup looks a little bit different than it would normally, but it doesn't really affect things. What we should do is, why don't we just set up the actual game? Why don't you grab the pyramid base token over here and pop it anywhere on the Nile that covers at least 2 spaces.
Let's do it right here.
Okay, that works great. Okay, and what you can do as well is when you select it, you can also rotate it if you want to.
You said E?
Q and E will rotate left and right.
Okay.
I'll let you mess with that if you want to. Yep, pretty cool, huh?
That's awesome.
Yep. All right, and now let's each put out 4 of these tokens. Now, I'm Bast and you're Anubis, so Bast is the one who starts, so I'll put out a token right there. Actually, no, I'm going to put that right there. This could be kind of if I put it here, it might be an intense spot.
Yeah, well, there's not too many other places. I guess I could put it here.
You have, I think, 2 options, maybe? Yeah. There's one over here, a couple options here, too. But
that would be another intense one right here.
Yep. But that works great for me.
Okay,
so there's a setup there. So when I drag the board, does it drag for you? Like, does that drag the board for you, what I just did, or not? Doesn't?
I don't see the camera moving.
Okay. All right, so go over to the obelisk over here. And so we see that we've got the token, and we can rotate it with Q and E as well. And then you can also flip it, which is pretty awesome. Does that work?
Uh-huh.
Great. Why don't you go ahead and grab... So if you double-click on a card, it's really cool. It'll show you whatever's there if you double-click on it. Does that do it for you or not? Double-click on obelisk?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It doesn't show it to you when I double-click it, though, right?
Try double-clicking it.
I just did?
Nope.
Okay, alright, so certain things are just for you. Or you could click on the tokens, which I think is really neat.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so go ahead and grab an obelisk and set it on top of the monument token. And you should grab it by the base.
Right, like that?
Yeah. And I think they reduced the sizes on these. It used to kind of take up the whole space. Now I think it's exactly the right size to work just fine.
You can see everything.
Yep. Yep.
So when you pick up the card, does it pick up everything?
It does. Yep. But in this case, so what you do is you grab the monument token, and it moves everything on that. Isn't that neat?
That is so cool.
Yeah, and then you can rotate it and stuff like that. So I think it's a pretty nifty interface, to say the least, you know?
Yeah, I really like it.
If you want to see something whacked, do it. If you grab the right button, you can review the whole board. And if you do that and look from straight above, it will end up re-rendering the standees as flat tiles.
So,
right mouse
camera view, go to 1?
Yep, I guess, maybe, I don't know. But if you just press the right mouse button and then drag it so you're looking straight down, notice how that changes it completely. It no longer looks like a standee, which is really smart.
So smart.
It's really smart. I mean, they've thought of everything here, it seems, you know? Yep. There are a few things I would want different. Like, for instance, over here, this area doesn't have any logic to it, so this is the corner pyramid, right? And here's where you're going to be putting 2 cards for the pharaoh. It'd be cool if it had 2 designated areas to put face-down cards for the pharaoh, like it does the one space over here, but that's okay. All right, so I think we're just about ready to begin. So what we should do at this point is grab our hands. So what you'll want to do is shift and select your whole deck of cards.
Okay.
And then drag it all the way to the bottom of the screen, and it will add it to your hand. There's more than one way to do this, but I think that's the easiest.
And you can't see my hand when I'm holding it.
And you can't see mine, right?
Uh-huh.
And you still have a card that sort of... There you go. Are you all set?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so if you take a look... so you're able to see my hand as it signals things, right? Okay, so this is an area... I think ideally this would be moved up about 3 inches, but this is where you place your bidding card. So for instance, if I put out a card like that, you can't see what it is, can you?
No.
Perfect. So that's been fixed, which is really important. Go ahead and put out your bid.
What are we bidding on?
We're not bidding. We're just testing the feature.
Playing around.
Yeah. Okay? And why don't we both flip when we say flip on 3. So right click, or prepare to press F, either way.
Okay.
And ready, 1, 2, 3, flip. Right? Cool. And then we can compare them over here, so bring it on over. And we see that you would have it, and so you would grab the card, and we go on from there. So it works pretty well.
Does it pick up the Pharaoh's favorite? No.
No, so you'd have to grab... I don't know why it doesn't. That's actually a really good question. That actually caused problems before. So I wonder... Yeah, I need to actually write that down as a note. Yeah, pick up Pharaoh's favorite.
Yeah, I saw in the video it, like, went to Doth.
Yeah, that was frustrating.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened. All right. So, go ahead and... I'm going to grab this, if you don't mind. I'm going to pop it back over here. See if it won't let me do it till I remove this. Now that's back in there. We'll reshuffle that. Put that on the top. And if I grab the top card, you're right, it doesn't grab it. That needs to be fixed. Yeah, that totally needs to be fixed.
But it grabs it if you've moved it here.
Yes.
Place a token on it?
Yeah, I bet it has something to do with the logic of the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think?
I do,
Yeah, okay. Alright, and we'll just shuffle until Pharaoh's not on top to make this easier. Okay, I think we're about ready to begin. So you know your animal magic cards are here. They should have started pre-shuffled, but I'm going to shuffle mine just in case.
I'm surprised they don't have a hotkey for shuffling.
Yeah. The other thing that I would like to see is if you shift-click on a deck, it should just let you grab the whole thing, and you have to like select the area. And there's no auto sort that I can find either for your hand, and that would be really handy. But otherwise, it seems to work all right. I mean, it's a really beautiful interface. The changes I would want are really minimal. So, you know, let's take our cards back into our hands. Okay. All right. So, shall we begin?
Yeah.
All right, so we're beginning the bidding phase here between Zach and I. All right, so I'm going to show this on the screen here. Ta, the god of stonecraft. In the action phase, you claim the active monument card, and as Pharaoh's favorite, you can exchange that for one of the others. We'll get to the details of that later. All right, so why don't you and I bid on that? Sound good?
Yep.
Okay. Let me see what the active... Yeah, what the active monument card is an obelisk. That would be the active monument card there.
Oop.
I already had mine down, so it's okay. All right. Ready on 3? Or ready, flip?
Oops.
Great. Okay. All right. So, all right. 7 beats 5. So I will take Ta and the Pharaoh's favorite token there. Perfect. All right. Next one is Wadjet, Goddess of Divine Protection. Lets you draw an animal magic card. So that's one of these cards over here. All right. So let's put down our bids for that. Okay. Ready? Flip.
Yes.
All right, you get that one. All right. Next card is Seegert, Goddess of Surveying. In the action phase, place monument token and standee on the board. So what that would mean was taking this existing monument and standee, putting it on the board anywhere you wanted, at least 2 spaces from anything else. However, you don't get points for it. You just get to choose where to place it. So, that's kind of valuable, actually. 3 directions.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
Okay, ready? Waha!
No!
Alright, so I'm going to take Seegert there. Alright, next one is Geb and Nut, Earth God and Sky Goddess. Aim and flip the monument token to claim it. So what that would mean is after the token has been placed, you get to choose which direction it points, and you get points for it. I'll talk about that in detail when we get to the action phase. Alright, so, I wonder what you're bidding.
I'm taking it back.
I wonder if there's any kind of signal so that we know for sure that it's going to flip it right. Because you've had that happen more than once. I'm wondering if there's any kind of indicator that we know if it's going to... Yeah.
So we kind of tried hovering over it and then letting it go, and that seemed to work, I guess.
Okay.
So...
All right. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Flip. Oh, it flipped everything in sight there. That's funny. Okay, I didn't want that to happen. All right, let me just flip my card. There we go. All right, so you got it with a 10. So I get to place it, but you get the points for it. Okay, next card here is Ra, Sun God. Action phase, add player disc to active sun. So this means taking one of your player discs and you would put it on the active sun, which would be over here, and score a point. End of the game, you get a bonus based on your longest chain. So, ready?
Uh-huh.
There you go. Okay. All right, next card is Pharaoh. Okay, so what we want to notice here is under the bidding phase, it says move the Pharaoh to the corner pyramid and bid secretly. Now, this means that you, neither of us is going to claim this card. It has special actions on the board. And the corner pyramid is this pyramid on this corner over here. The reason it's called the corner pyramid is because we're building together this pyramid on the board, and so you want to distinguish the two. So this gets moved over here. Now, here's how this part works, Zach, for Tabletopia. What you want to do is pick your card in your hand that you want to choose and flip it while it's in your hand.
Okay.
And then pop it down on the board. That way it won't reveal it. Great.
I'll probably just be doing that over here too, because I keep not being able to find the sweet spot for putting it down.
That works. That works. Well, this is all, you know, useful feedback for Tabletopia. I mean, it's a wonderful interface. I just wonder if maybe you could like highlight the area to show that it's going to drop it face down or something when you're hovering, you know? That'd be so cool. All right, so Thoth here. Bidding phase. Award to the player with fewer god cards. So in this case, that would be me, it looks like. So I take Thoth, and I will rotate it clockwise. All right. So that is the end of the bidding phase. So the important thing to emphasize here for all prospective players is you do not perform the god's actions until after all god cards are claimed. So that's now. So what I want us to do now is set up our cards individually in order. So I have 1, 3, 7, and have Zach do the same thing over there. Okay.
So I have 2, 4, and 5.
Okay. All right. So we start off and we go numbers 1 through 7. So we're starting off with Seegert. Action phase. Place monument token / standee on the board. All right. So what I'm going to do is grab the monument token over here. And it's really cool how that works. I love that. And I could put it on the board anywhere that doesn't touch immediately something else. It has to be 2 spaces away. So this would be an illegal move right here, but this would be a legal move here. Now, if I place it on a space that has an animal magic token, then I am able also to claim an animal magic card, which is kind of sweet. Now, the way that is going to matter here is that this is not going to give me any points. I'm just placing it, but Zach is going to be the one to actually get points for us. I want to put this in a place, if possible, that benefits me by getting me an animal magic token, but doesn't benefit him by giving him too many points. The problem is this is a really nice set of alignments, right? It's pointing 3 directions. I don't know how I'm going to put it in a bad place, right? So I'm going to try to find the worst possible place for it, which I think is going to be probably right here. Is there anywhere I could put it where it wouldn't point at the pyramid? Actually, I see. Well, but then I wouldn't get anything for it. Well, this is a test game. I'm going to do this right there. So I'm going to remove the animal magic token right here. And then I'm going to end up taking this animal magic card and putting it into my hand. And you guys can see what I just had. And that way it's secret from Zach. Hey, okay, let's see here. All right, so is that where my spot was? It wasn't down one?
It was...
Oh, yes, sorry. Yes, thank you. Go ahead and pop it back. All right, so that is all I get to do as Seeshot. I don't get to do anything else. So what I do now is return Seeshot to the palace right there, and that means that her action is done. So I want to make sure I don't get to go next. Zach does. He gets to go with number 2. So I'm going to highlight it real quick so that everyone could see. Card number 2 is Geb and Nut, Earth God and Sky Goddess. In the action phase, you aim and flip the monument token to claim it. So the first thing Zach's going to do is make sure that the token faces up his direction because he is blue or Anubis here. So I'm going to let Zach do what he wants with this token.
Okay, I'm happy with the direction it's facing, so I'm going to leave that there, and it's on my side already.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I should mention to all players, this right now, it doesn't matter during setup which side is up, because you'll notice that the tops and bottoms are identical. So it already was in Anubis' favor, so he doesn't have to do anything there. All right, so if you want to take your card and pop it there on top of the other god. Yep, and that's kind of tricky. I wonder if rotating it might help.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. Okay. All right, so 2 is done. So now number 3, that is Ta. Action phase. Claim the active monument card, or I may exchange the card for another one face up. Now, because I have the Pharaoh's favorite token, that means I can choose... So by default, I could choose this one. I would just take it. But I can choose one of these instead. However, they're all obelisks. So this is a completely, it doesn't really matter which one I take. So I'm going to take this one right here, and I will rotate it.
Could you grab an unturned one?
I need to double check on that. It has to be face up.
Okay.
In exchange for another face up. So no, I could not. All right. So right now, I should note it on the card here. I score 1, 3, 5, or 7 points based on how many of these I already have with that symbol. Because this is my first obelisk, I score only 1 point. So I'm Bast. I move my token there, 1 point. So you'll score points during the game to some degree, but then end game scoring is quite a lot of extra points, and that's when you're going to be really moving your 2-player tokens there. Okay, I should mention in the stretch goals that everybody will get, because they're part of the basic package now on Kickstarter, these will be actual little meeples of Bast and Anubis, and they look really cool, so that's going to be awesome. All right, so Ta is done, so I can bring that up here. See if I can get that to add to the deck properly. Probably that's the reason why it's not. There we go. All right. All right, so that was number 3. So number 4 now is going to be Ra, Sun God. Action phase, add player disc to the active sun. And so, go ahead, Zach. And what we'll do, I'm just going to slide this out of the way. Oh, did it grab that as well?
Yeah.
How strange.
There we go.
Okay, all right. And so Zach now, because he marks that there, he gets to claim 1 point. At the end of the game, your longest chain, whatever points it's worth, you score double points for. So you're going to want long, continuous rows. So you'll see there's another sun here, here, and here. And if it wraps around at Ra, that's totally fine too. Game begins at Ra right there. So score 1 point, Zach.
Okay.
It's cool how those stack. I really like that.
I do too.
Okay, so that was number 4. Go ahead and pop that back in the God deck. All right, now number 5. I guess I'll highlight it real quick. All right, so this is Wadjet, Goddess of Divine Protection. In the action phase, you draw 1 animal magic card. And so you can go ahead and just grab one and add it to your hand there, Zach. It's going to be from over here.
Okay.
All right, so only you get to know what that is. And those get only used during the actual bidding phase to do anything with them. So go ahead and add Wadjet now to the... All right, perfect. All right, so that brings us to number 6. There's no number 6 out here because number 6 is the Pharaoh over here. So in the bidding phase, we already moved him, but now it's the action phase. The action phase says score only when the active sun shows pyramid construction. So the active sun is right here. what a pyramid construction symbol would be was one of these here, 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 or here. Any of the 4 corners. We're not on one of those now. So all we do is move Pharaoh back to the palace, and his action is completed. Notice that we each have 1 card bidding on the Pharaoh. After the next bidding phase, we'll each have 2 cards, and then he'll be resolved. Whoever wins that will end up scoring 3 points and be able to add the next level to the pyramid. So the pyramid's going to get bigger as the game goes along. Okay, so number 7 now. Thoth. In the action phase, we see the other side. So I'm going to flip this. All right, first thing we do, exchange used bidding cards with those played by your opponent. I think the easiest way to do this, Zach, is to just highlight all of your opponent's cards and drag them into your hand.
Okay.
So go ahead and grab all of mine if you want. Yep, that works perfectly.
That's super easy.
I'll do the same right there. Drag them down here. And let's see if well, for some reason those gave me a problem dragging it. Let's see if I can try it again. There we go. All right, that worked great. Okay, so that was the first action by Thoth. Where did Thoth go? Did I grab that?
Is he in here? No, because there's only 7 cards there.
Hello, Thoth. Did I lose you?
He's not in your hand?
Oh, he got dragged down here
These
by
are there.
accident. Yeah, I didn't unselect him before grabbing the others. That was the problem. All right, so let's do the other things for Thoth. All right, exchange used bidding cards with those played by your opponent. I just want to mention really quickly to anyone watching that this is where real strategy comes in the game. It is not random or just real-time rock, paper, scissors for the bidding, because everything you bid is given to your opponent at the end of the round, which means that you don't want to just bid high to get what you want if you think that you can bid lower and still get it. You want to bid the lowest you can to get the card that you want, and that, of course, requires anticipating what your opponent's going to do. So this makes it, I think, a really interesting back and forth of power. All right, second action here. Move the sun marker clockwise to the next sun. I'll let Zach do, well, actually, I guess it's my job as Thoth to do this,
Yep.
right? I'll do the arduous
touch it.
task of moving the sun marker to the next, because it's important this actually is the action of the player who has the card, because that's going to matter in just a moment. All right, so I move that to the next one there. So the next action for Thoth is number 3, choose new monument card, standee, and token. All right, so because I'm the one who has Thoth, I want to end up getting more obelisks if I can. I see we have more obelisks out. I'm going to grab one, make that the new active card. This card immediately gets replaced with a new one. All right, and then I end up taking this and putting it here. And because it's an obelisk, which looks like that, I grab another obelisk and I pop it down like that. Now, already I could tell this is going to be a high-scoring game on the board because we're going to have at least 2 obelisks out in play. So that means there's going to be lots of points being scored. What I didn't mention was Seegert earlier, and I should do this now. Well, I'll do it now, is that right now we see that this obelisk is pointing at the pyramid. And so Seegert placed it there, but Geb and Nut are the gods who award points. So Zach is going to end up scoring at the end of the game 3 points because he points at the pyramid. When you point at the pyramid with something that you control, you score your own monument's value. So if he had a shrine here, he would only score 1 point, but an obelisk scores 3. If he points at something else, all the way to the edge of the board here, all the way along the edge of the board here, and all the way to the edge of the board here, anything he points at, he'll score points for its value. We'll look at more details of that in just a second. All right, so I've done that part of Thoth right there. Choose new monument token, standee, we're good. And now we assemble all the gods back at the palace, which means I shuffle the god cards and stack them face down on top of the Thoth card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this over so it's ready to go for next time. I'm going to grab all of these cards here. Oops, looks like I need to unselect Thoth here first. Pop those there. I'm going to shuffle these. I'm going to flip them as a whole, and I'll put that there on Geb and Nut, and we are ready for the next round. Did I forget anything, Zach?
Nope, everything looks good to me.
Okay. One thing I want to mention for anyone watching is that the thing that's going to be different with the bidding phase now is that there are animal magic cards which we could play. And so the way to play these, Zach, would be exactly the same as the monument. You'd want to flip your animal magic card while it's in your hand. And so if I want to play Animal Magic, I would set it out right there, then we'd put out our bidding cards, then we'd flip our Animal Magic, and then resolve things from there. So what you're supposed to do when you're bidding, and it didn't make sense to do so during the first round because there was no Animal Magic in play, is announce immediately if you have an Animal Magic card. Otherwise, you're understood to pass. All right? So, I'm going to leave that to both of us to do. Is that cool, Zach?
Uh-huh.
All right. Okay, so why don't we continue with this? So we have Geb and Nut here as the first card that we're bidding on. Okay, and I want to take a look to see what we're bidding on here. I'm going to rotate this token to make it more visible what's on there. So it points 2 different directions, and it's an obelisk. So we could actually bring this to the board and take a peek to see what it would do. If you were the one in control of this, and it pointed, say, there, that'd be a pretty sweet spot.
That's awesome.
Okay, so what that would mean is that this monument here would score 3 points because it points at a 3-point monument. This would also point 3 points
You can move
here.
it here, and it goes to
Yep,
the pyramid.
exactly. Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Zach. Go ahead and explain how this scores for this one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you would get the points for pointing to the other obelisk as well as pointing to the pyramid. So
Yeah.
it would get its own points back.
That's a pretty sweet setup. Okay, well that makes this a pretty valuable thing to bid on, I'm guessing. Yeah. Did you want to mess with it at all?
No, that's fine.
Okay. All right. So, Gab and Nut. So take a look at all of our cards, and I'm going to play Animal Magic.
No.
So what I'm going to do... So, Animal Magic is... I'm not telling Zach this. Zach knows this plenty well. But for others out there, it's a great way to phase out your opponent. Now Zach doesn't know what I'm going to do to mess with my bid. I could be doing all sorts of different nasty things to mess with him. So Zach has the option of playing Animal Magic if he has it and wants it, or not.
I'm just going to play.
Okay, so no Animal Magic? Oh, are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm not going to use
Okay.
Animal
All right,
Magic.
so what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip my Animal
I
Magic
am.
card. Oh, you are? Okay, sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, looks like I was disconnected and I'm reconnecting, so this will take a second. Hopefully it won't lose anything.
Can you not hear me?
I can hear you now. But it's kicked me
Okay.
out of the game briefly for some reason. It must have sensed that I was doing something to violate policy. So Zach, I won't use any... I don't know if I'll use any of this in a recording, but do you mind that I'm doing this? I'm putting you on the spot, and you might not want that.
Oh, no, it's fine.
You sure you don't care?
Uh-huh. That's okay.
All right. Okay, because I want to be fair to you here, and I'm just happy it seems to be working. I'm guessing this will actually be okay.
Yeah, this is so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
And I'm going to call you back on Skype because for whatever reason all the quality went down. So
Okay, go ahead.
let me just call you right back.
Great. Hello.
Hello.
Great. And if I'm not mistaken, you are about to play Animal Magic.
No, I'm going to just play regular.
Oh, okay. All right, so what I do then is I flip my Animal Magic card here. All right, Animal Logic. Exchange your bid with that of your opponent. So before we reveal these, I'm going to grab my card here. Then I'm going to grab that card there, and these now get exchanged, whether, we'll see how this plays. So, ready to flip?
Uh-huh.
Okay, go ahead. All right, so that worked in my favor, right? And so the Animal Logic card, I'm going to bring this over here and bring it over to the Animal Magic card. Oops, it adds it to the deck there, and I don't know where it put it. Well, we'll worry about that later. All right, so I get to claim Gab and Nut, it looks like, along with the token there. And let's see if I can... There we go. All right, so our next bid is going to be on Ra, the sun god.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay.
You got it. Okay, next one is Pharaoh. So bidding phase, move the Pharaoh to the corner pyramid and bid secretly. So again, make sure you flip your card while it's in your hand. And I need to see, what did I play here originally? I'm just going to take a peek real quick and then put it back. Is that... I wonder if it'll let me see without... Well, okay. I'm going to trust I know what I'm doing here, which is a bad idea. Oops, don't want to do that. Let me flip this.
Yeah, I wonder if you take the camera far enough off screen, I can't see what you're doing.
Mm.
I can see everything you can.
Ah, but you can't see my hand, though.
No.
Okay, good. Okay, and it looks like it dragged the whole deck over when I did that for some reason. That is really weird. Let me move Pharaoh out of the way here. Let me grab those, bring them back over there, put Pharaoh here, and I think we're back in business with Wadjet. Am I right?
Uh-huh.
All right, so Wadjet, goddess of divine protection, draw 1 animal magic card. All right, so let's put our bids on this. Ready?
Okay.
Aha, good. Although you got it, well, I wish you'd bid higher. Okay. All right, next one is Say Shot. So really valuable here. Where you place the monument token standee on the board. I already have Geb and Nut here, so I really want this card.
I want it too. Let's see. Should I do animal? No, no animal magic. I'm ready.
Okay, ready, flip. You had both ones? So I'm going to have this horrible hand next round, but I do get Say Shot. Aha! Okay, so that's going to be great. All right, Ta. So claim the active monument card. So, active monument card is an obelisk, which would get me 3 points and set me up for 5 points after that. I want that obelisk. Ready?
Okay. Ah.
Yes.
I guess I get Thoth.
Yep. But I get a bunch of junk next time round. Okay, I'm going to line these up here. It'll take me a little while to line these up. I have so many. Okay. All right, so 1 and 2. All right, so we've gone from the bidding phase into the action phase. All right, so number 1, Say Shot, action phase. Place monument token / standee on the board. All right, so this is going to be fun, fun, fun. Because I have Geb and Nut. So wherever I place this, I am going to score points when I get to the second god. Now, if there were a way that I could point at him without him pointing at me, that would rock. But it's going to be hard to do that in a way that's really worth my time. I also would like to get animal magic if I could. Well, I think I'm going to probably put it here, because then I will end up, well, let's see here.
Yeah, there's not much potential that direction.
I think if I put it there, that's a pretty sweet spot. I'm going to do that. So
3
what?
points plus potential in the future.
Yeah. So that gives me the animal magic token here, which lets me claim an animal magic card immediately, which I'll add to my hand. And just so you know, that card is the one I already had, so that's not an okay card to have. So what I'm going to do is put it there, and then put it underneath the deck, and that's just basically what we're going to do to discard those for now. Okay, learning the interface. All right,
Did
so
you
that
grab
was...
a new one, though?
Oh yeah, thanks. Zach is the most honest player I know. Ooh, I like that card. Okay. Okay, so that Say Shot, that means I place it, but it doesn't mean I claim any points unless I have Geb and Nut, which I do. Okay, so Geb and Nut, aim and flip the monument token to claim it. So I've already aimed it somewhere where it points at the pyramid, is going to be pointing at these 2 hot spots right here, but I haven't flipped it yet, so I'm going to highlight that right there, flip it over, and now it shows the golden side, which means Bast, which is me, and so that way I will be the one to score points for it. So at the end of the game, I'll definitely get 3 points for pointing at the pyramid, and then any extra points for what I point at all the way to the edge of the board. And I want to just reiterate that even if there's a monument put here, I still score points if there's one here. You point all the way to the edge of the board, even if there are multiple monuments along the way. Okay, so that was, oh, that got flipped somehow. Oh, I think I flipped more than one thing at a time here. Okay, so, oh, what's nifty about this is I can also, with Geb and Nut, because I have the Pharaoh's favorite marker, I can move the monument 1 space. So I can always place it somewhere and then slide it or move it. I don't think that's really to my advantage, so I'm not going to do that. It's just an option. Am I doing this right, Zach?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so make sure I'm not accidentally messing with anything here. All right, see if I can rotate stuff here. All right, I think... Yeah, I'm having a hard time, there we go, making a deck when it's small there. Okay, 3, Ta, claim the active monument card. So I'm going to claim the active monument card, which is the obelisk. I'm going to add it to my existing obelisk, so we're making a set. I want those to appear separately, though. And so that gets me, let's go back over here, it's my second one, so I get 3 points for that. So I grab my token here, go 1, 2, 3, and that's where I am right there. And so Ta goes back over here. All right. And number 4 is Zach. So Zach has Ra. Add player disc to the active sun and score a point.
Okay, so I'll move the sun out of the way first and put my token up there. Okay.
Great, and score a point. Cool. All right. So that works right there. And now go ahead and pop that back in the... Oh, did you already do it?
Already did, yeah.
Oh, okay. You're just ahead of the game. Great. Okay. 5. Wadjet is me. Draw 1 animal magic card, which is great. So I'm going to take the top one there, add it to my hand, put Wadjet back here. You see the game, once people know how to play, it really goes really quickly. And now, number 6, this is going to be more exciting now, is the Pharaoh. And so what you could do is you could select both your cards together if you want by shift-clicking both of them.
Okay.
And then press F or right-click to flip them.
Oh, that didn't work. There we go.
All right, you handily beat me there, right? Okay, so the Pharaoh, let's look at it real quick. Action phase, score only when the active sun shows pyramid construction. We're scoring because the sun that we are on right now has this pyramid construction, which means that the next level is going to be put on of platform and 3 points. So the first thing that Zach does is scores 3 points for having the victory for the Pharaoh's favor right now.
1, 2, 3.
Yep. Okay, see if I can scoot mine a little out of the way there. Okay, all right, and now, and then you want to grab the next layer of the pyramid over here, the biggest one available.
Okay.
Flip it to your side once it's there. Cool. All right, so at the end of the game, you'll score 7 points, whoever has the most layers of the pyramid in place. And if there's a tie, the one who has one on top is the one to score the bonus. Okay, now Pharaoh goes back to the palace. And, oh yes, thank you. Yeah, I want to select these 2 cards, add them to the used cards that round. And now we go to Thoth. So go ahead and flip out, well, so Thoth, let's take a peek at it real quick. During the bidding phase, we already awarded it to the player with fewer god cards. During the action phase, see other side. So we'll go ahead and flip, I'll go ahead and flip it, and we'll go through the actions there. I guess I need to highlight it, don't I? All right, so the first one, exchange used bidding cards with those played by your opponent. So go ahead, Zach, and grab all of mine and add them to your hand. Okay, I'll do the same thing right here. Oops, I don't want to take, yeah, I need to figure out how that works there. Okay, and so the next one here is move sun marker clockwise to the next sun. Okay, and then number 3, choose new monument card, standee, and token.
Okay. You already have 2 obelisks, so I don't want you to potentially get that 3rd one. Oops. How's that?
I think, yeah, except we need a, the sun temple is the 2 as opposed to the 1.
Oh, I grabbed shrine, sorry.
That's okay.
I have it as a token, so it looks different. Okay.
Ah, yes, exactly. Okay, so we have that all set up as you wished right there. Let's go back to what Thoth says to do next. Summon gods to the palace, shuffle god cards, and stack them face down on top of the Thoth card. And just to make sure the camera's okay, I probably should do that. So I'm going to put Thoth right there, and then pop that underneath the whole deck. The top part there, we're going to shuffle now. And where did, oh, there's the Pharaoh's favorite. We're going to flip this. Give that to Ra right there, and we're ready to begin the next round. Am I missing anything, Zach?
Nope, it looks good to me.
Okay, all right, so let's just continue then. All right, so we're bidding on Ra. Now, what I want to just note as a strategy thing is that Zach has a marker here and here. If he didn't have any longer chain than that at the end of the game, he would still score 1, 2, doubled equals 4 points. If he gets another one here, then he's going to have a chain of 3, doubled equals 6 points. So that matters. I also want to note here that Ra, in this case, is a Pharaoh's favorite, which means that he would be able to flip his token. So I'm going to grab one of his and bring it out. He'd be able to flip it to the opposite side where it says times 2, so it'd be worth 2 points. So let's say at the end of the game, he had one here, here, and here, and nothing else for a long chain. Everything else was broken up. He'd score 1, 2, 3, 4, doubled would be 8-point bonus at the end of the game. So you can see these suns start to get kind of valuable. Okay, all right. Thanks, Zach. Sorry about that.
It's jumping around. No, it's fine.
Okay, so here's Ra, and we place our bets. I am going to play Animal Magic, just to phase you out.
and I will not be playing Animal Magic.
Okay, I'm gonna need just a moment to think about my best bet here. I wish it sorted by number. That would really help.
That would be nice.
Yeah, because there's a lot of cards to keep track of here. Okay, ready to flip?
Yes. Do Animal Magic first.
Oh, yep, you're absolutely right. Thank you. Yeah, so when you have your cards out, you have to flip the Animal Magic first and resolve those. All right, pick up the litter. Promote the current Pharaoh's oh, geez. Okay. This is one of the problems, is I didn't read the card carefully enough. That is a stupid move that makes no sense at all.
You can take it back if you want.
Yeah, that was just stupid. What I thought it was is one that let me get the Pharaoh's card, and I saw it so small in my hand, which people on the screen could see now. All I saw was the word Pharaoh. It was my mistake. You'd think the designer would know this thing. So would that change your bid if I didn't play Animal Magic? Because if it did,
no.
why don't you change your bid?
No, that's fine.
Okay, let's just flip that. Ready?
Okay. Okay. Oh, no. I thought you were bluffing me.
Yeah, I was probably bluffing myself. I was so confused. All right, next one is Wadjet for an Animal Magic card. Ready?
Okay.
Oh, dude.
This hurts.
Okay, so Pharaoh in this case is going to move all the way over to here. And we each bid on him. This is a hard decision because he's worth a lot of points. And the next, I should point out to everybody, the next time Pharaoh gets scored, he's worth 4-point bonus plus the next layer. Oops. Let me flip it first. Okay, so there's Pharaoh. All right, next one is Geb and Nut, which is powerful. I want to take a look again to see what Geb and Nut is going to do. It's this one here that points 3 different directions. That's kind of sweet.
Let's see. Okay.
All right, flip. Nice.
Got it. Finally.
So this is a game where you can't always get what you want, and I'm paying the penalty now for getting what I wanted last time. All right, so say shot now. Place monument token / standee on the board. I am going to play Animal Magic.
Of course.
Just to mess with Zach's sense of well-being in this game.
Your Animal Magic is not flipped.
Oh, frack. That was my mistake. It really would help if there were a face-down Animal Magic spot as well. Yep.
If it helps at all, I have the camera pulled back far enough that I couldn't see what it was.
That's very kind of you. Very kind of you. It's very gracious of you to say that kind of nice thing.
Are you still going to use it?
I'd like to. So I'm going to.
I'd rather you didn't. Okay, you are going to.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, hold on 1 second. All right. Okay, Animal Magic, you're not playing any?
No.
Okay. All right. Way of the Kitten. This turn, the lower bid wins.
Oh.
Ready to flip?
Yeah.
Say shot goes to me. All right. And then I'll bring this Animal Magic card over here. Just put it on the bottom. All right. Okay. And if we ever run out of Animal Magic cards, you just reshuffle the ones you've got. Okay, so the next one is Ta. Claim the active monument card, and that is a Sun Temple. Actually, I am going to play Animal Magic.
Okay. I'm going to change my bid.
Yep. So one of the rules is if someone has already bid before you declare you're going to play Animal Magic. They can change their bid as long as those bids haven't been revealed yet. As long as nothing's been revealed yet. You have any Animal Magic to play?
Nope.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to flip my Animal Magic here. Pick up the litter. Promote the current god to Pharaoh's favorite, whether you win this god's favor or not. Ready to flip?
Yeah.
All right.
No.
So this means that nice things will happen to me once that wraps around. So what I'm going to do is take Ta here, and I'll keep my card with it to remind that that's a Pharaoh's favorite. Okay. I'm sorry, Zach. I wonder who gets Thoth here.
It's me.
Okay. All right. So let's line our things up in order here. 1, 3,
Do you want me to come over and help
4.
with that since you got so many?
Yeah, I will need the help. Yeah, heavy lifting. Yet again, making Zach have to carry heavy objects. That's not fair. Okay. All right, so let's start off with number 1 then. So, say shop. I get to choose where the monument token and standee goes on the board, but Zach will be the one to score points for it. I'm sure there's going to be some way for you to get. All right, so I could put. Let me see if I can put this in a spot that benefits me but doesn't help you all that much.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is put it right... Because I will score 2 points if I point at you here, but you'll score points if it's there. Yeah, but I don't want to put it there. I'm going to put it on Animal Magic. So you'll get 2 if you point at the pyramid, 3 if you point at me. I'll get 2 no matter what. So I'm not really going to be that mean and fussy about where it goes. What I am going to do is... So this should reveal how much Animal Magic is available in the game if you end up getting Say Shot. It's a really valuable, more than I expected, valuable piece that way. And so that's where I'm going to place Say Shot or place the monument. I'm going to take the next Animal Magic card, and then Say Shot goes back to here, and now it's Zach's turn with number 2.
Okay. So I'm just going to rotate it like that.
Okay. Oh, that's really sweet, actually. Yeah. Smart. So you'll get 2 points at the end of the game for pointing there. You'll get 3 points. That's 5 points right there, plus whatever you point at here. So I better come up with something clever. Okay. So that worked out pretty well for you, actually.
Yeah, it was nice of you. Thank you.
Well, I like Animal Magic so much I was baited to play in that spot. I probably should have put it in a worse spot, but I cannot resist. Okay. Have you had a chance to put that away? You probably did. Okay, thanks. All right, so the next one is Ta. Claim the active monument card. However, I have the Pharaoh's favorite, so I may exchange my card for another one face up. So what I'm going to do is say, Sun Temple, you're okay. But what I'm really going to do is I'm going to take an obelisk instead by exchanging those 2 out. So this actually does weird things to the game because this actually is going to help you, Zach. It's going to help me a little bit, but it'll help you more probably.
Because it turns it into an obelisk.
Yeah, so what it does is, first thing off is I add this to my set of monument cards. It's the 3rd one. And so we go back to Ta, and it scores 1, 3, 5. So I get 5 points for having the obelisks there. So 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. Now, because it's an obelisk, what I have to do now is remove the Sun Temple here and put it off to the side. And instead, grab an obelisk right there. And that means I'll get more points pointing at it, but he'll get more points for pointing at the pyramid now. So that's pretty cool, actually. That's neat. All right, so we'll pop this over here. I will put that under there. We'll take Ta and return it here. All right, and number 4 is Ra. So add the player disc to the active sun, and this one is a Pharaoh's favorite because it has the disc. Flip the discs to double its value. So I now get to go here, it looks like. So I take one of my discs, and I put it on the active sun right here. Slide that over a little bit. Flip it to the ×2 side, and I score 1, 2 points like that. And then Ra goes away. Am I doing all this right, Zach?
Uh-huh.
Good. Okay. And now let's see here, number 5, right?
Uh-huh.
Wadjet. Claim 1 Animal Magic card. I have a lot of Animal Magic. It feels a little bit brutal.
Yeah, I've only gotten 1 so far.
Wow, you need to fight harder for Animal Magic. Fight for your right to Animal Magic, Zach. Okay, and now number 6 is the Pharaoh. Now the Pharaoh in the action phase is only scored when we show pyramid construction. That isn't now, so Pharaoh just goes back to the palace. Nothing else happens. Okay, and now number 7 is Thoth. We do the other side here. And so, exchange used bidding cards with those played by your opponent. So Zach does that first.
Okay. I've got yours.
Okay. Alright. I apparently didn't grab them all like I thought. Okay. If you take the Thoth and you pop it on top and then press U, it'll put it underneath the rest of them.
Okay. I was just gonna.
Oh yeah,
hold it
sorry.
there to read the.
Oh yeah, I should do that, shouldn't I? Number 2, move the sun marker clockwise to the next sun. Okay. And then number 3, choose new monument card, standee, and token.
Alright, I'll do the Sun Temple and grab that and oops. Cool.
Cool, and I'll just refill that there real quick. A shrine is now available here. And so, oops, I just grabbed the sun marker, didn't mean to do that. Okay. And now we summon gods to the palace, shuffle god cards, and stack them face down on top of the Thoth card. Alright. If you right-click on that, you can shuffle it. Perfect. And now flip the whole thing, and we'll be in good shape. In the actual game, I keep them face down and just flip them up one at a time, but for the version here on Tabletopia, it's easier to just turn them all face up. It doesn't affect the game that much. I'm not sure it does at all, actually. Yeah, I'm not sure it does at all. Okay, so that's it for that round, and now we begin the next one. All right, so we bid. And if you have any animal magic, you'll want to declare it first. And for Seegert here, this is going to be placing this one. You can see it points 3 different directions. That's kind of sweet, actually. And if we put it out here, we see that it could do some interesting... Now, she's also the Pharaoh's favorite. So this means that she could be put in literally any open space on the board. They don't have to be 2 away. So you could have some interesting cramped spaces that actually work out. Did you want to move it at all to check it out, or are you okay?
I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna play with it a little bit.
Oh, okay. Great.
Sorry. Ooh, I like that.
That's pretty sweet, because that's 3 points definitely, plus 2 more there, plus any others. Yeah, that's pretty good. But if you turned it, wouldn't it be worth more points if it went through, like, hold on a second. I'm gonna, so I'm not pointing up, but if you turned that and that pointed down, you'd get points for everything all the way down.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So that,
if I just rotate it like...
there you go. Yeah. That way you would get 3 points for me, you get 3 more for that, and then this would also point up, so you get 2 for that one. So that starts to be pretty valuable. Yeah.
Well, I don't really want it though, so don't bid very high.
Oh, okay, alright. I'll just bid really low since nobody's gonna want it. Oh boy.
Are you gonna do animal magic?
Oh, I don't know. Ready?
Yep. 2, 3.
Nope, sorry. Yours. Okay. And Pharaoh, I'm gonna bring, oops. Yeah, just brought the 1. So Pharaoh goes over here, and we now see, make sure you flip it while it's in your hand. And you already know this, Zach, but no animal magic cards are ever used at the pyramid. So I wanted to do this. Okay. So that's 2. Or sorry, that's the next one here. And now Wadjet for an animal magic card. I know you wouldn't want any of those, Zach.
No, they're the worst.
Ready?
Okay. Rah.
I am going to play animal magic.
I just found something weird.
Oh, okay.
Anubis has 2 4 cards.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on the table so you can see. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, maybe not.
A
Oh, I
ghost.
put it out. It disappeared.
Okay, so it was a ghost card that was there and then not there.
Maybe. Okay. Oops, something's glitching out. I just lost both of them.
Uh-oh. Huh, and we can't just say that would have been a 4 because, yeah, so it's gone, huh?
Yeah, both of them are now.
Oh dear. Okay, so lost card. 4 Anubis.
And I can't grab any of my cards now.
Really? I wonder if you can just leave your seat and come back and see if that will fix anything. I don't think that will... Unless you can think of a better solution, I think that's your best bet.
Yeah, so I'll just F5 it and see if that fixes anything.
Go for it. Oh, okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, so now we have Geb and Nut. Pretty valuable. I am going to play Animal Magic.
No. How many do you have?
I've gotten them, I think I've won Wadjet every time, and I've gotten Seishot every time, so I've gotten 2 per round.
Wow.
Yeah. So, any animal magic?
Nope.
Okay. Hiss of Bast. Add 1 point to your bid and win all ties this turn. So let's flip.
Yes.
You still beat me. Well done.
Thank you.
So Geb and Nut is yours. Okay, and Thoth is going to be mine this time. Because it goes to the one with the fewer cards. Alright, so it'll be really easy to do mine, but you are now going to do lots of cool stuff. So I guess I should come up here. And number 1, Seishot, and you have a Pharaoh's... Oh yeah, you have Pharaoh's Favorite for Seishot, right? Yeah, that's cool. So, monument may touch other monuments. You're going to have Geb and Nut as well. This is going to be a lot of points for you. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so just do it the way we were looking at earlier, like that.
Okay. I'm going to turn the table around so people can see what you've just done to destroy me. Okay, so I want to point out here that at the end of the game, well, actually, we'll get to that with Geb and Nut. So Seishot, you're done with Seishot. You've placed your piece, right?
Actually, would it be more valuable to put it here, and then I'd be getting points that direction too?
Yes, yes, it would, actually.
I'm gonna do that then.
Yep, yes, it would.
Okay.
In fact, well, no, I think that is your best bet. Yep. Yep. Okay.
Unless you don't see anything better. Okay, we'll leave it there.
Okay, and now we go to, let me go to Geb and Nut here so that I show that off on the board. I need to learn how to do these wonky table controls, because I don't know them yet. Alright, Geb and Nut, Earth God and Sky Goddess, aim and flip the monument token to claim it. So, this is where you get to actually make this yours. It's already flipped your direction. Alright, so everything's as you want it. So, at the end of the game, Zach will end up scoring for this monument. He'll score 3 points, plus 3 is 6 points. It doesn't matter who owns the monuments you point at. But now that he's here, his other monument here will score an extra 2 points because he's pointing at it. So you point straight through to the end of the board at everything. And then, as Zach was just pointing out, go ahead, Zach.
This obelisk up here is pointing down, so there's another 2 points that direction too.
Yeah. So you're racking up quite a lot of end game points right here. That's way cool. Alright, so go ahead and return Geb and Nut to the gods there. Alright, 3 is Ta, so this is where you claim the active monument card.
Okay, so I'm grabbing the Sun Temple, putting it right here.
Okay, and because it's the first, you claim 1 point. Nice, okay. Alright, so now number 4 is Ra. Action phase, add player disc to the active sun. So I just take one of these, slide that over a little bit, put that there, and I score 1 point. Okay, so Ra will go back. Alright, and now number 5 is Wadjet over here. Alright, Wadjet. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just getting excited I finally get an Animal Magic.
Yes, I was going to say, you get an Animal Magic card, so that gets added to your hand there, and I'll let you return that to the Okay. Number 6 is the Pharaoh over here. And because we're at one of the corners with the pyramid construction symbol here, we do score this. So select them both and flip them when you're ready.
Okay.
Okay, so you went low and I went high. All right, so I end up winning Pharaoh this time around. Now, again, no one ever claims his card, but we do score it now. And so 4 points goes to me for winning that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, right here. And then I get to place the next layer of the pyramid, which will be this one here. And then I will flip it to my side. All right. And the Pharaoh now goes back to the gods right there. And number 7 now, is that right?
Uh-huh.
Yep. Okay, so Thoth, see other side. Flip this.
Don't forget to grab your Pharaoh cards.
You are quite right. Thank you. Thank you. I don't want to forget that. All right, so I've got these 2 cards. They need to be added. Oops, I just moved the Thoth as well. All right. All right, exchange used bidding cards with your opponent.
Oops.
Yep, make sure you grab mine, not yours. Careful, it's going to grab them all. Oh, wait, maybe not. Okay, sorry, I thought it was.
Okay.
Okay, I've grabbed all of those. All right, Thoth says to do next, move the sun marker clockwise to the next sun. So I'll slide that over to there. Then we have choose new monument card, standee, and token. I would like more obelisks if possible. There are none there. Let's hope this one is. Nope, it's a sun temple. So a sun temple is one of the 2s here, and so I'll put that right there. Put the sun temple on right there. And summon gods to the palace now. So everyone is at the palace. Thoth will pop on top right there. Oops, put it on the very bottom. Huh, the U is not working. Huh, I thought it would move it on the bottom if I did that. Something's wrong. So let me...
Do you want me to try and do it?
Yeah.
Let's see if it...
Great, perfect. Now I'll shuffle these. And I'll flip them. And Pharaoh is never... I'm glad this came up. So the Pharaoh is never the Pharaoh's favorite. Maybe that's kind of obvious. Although he could be a narcissist, I guess. But what happens is we end up moving him, just him, to... over here, and this is where the interface does make a difference because we shouldn't know what that next card is yet, but we're not going to worry about that right now. The next one becomes Pharaoh's favorite, so now we need to bid on the Pharaoh. The next Pharaoh is going to be 2 more rounds away in this corner, and it will be worth 5 points, and so this is starting to get kind of valuable. So I'm going to flip first. Okay. All right, so that was that. And now we have Wadjet, Goddess of Divine Protection, draw 1 animal magic card. So let's bid on this. Hold on one second. I take that one back. I'm going to grab something else.
Oops.
Ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Ah, it's yours.
I must be grabbing... There.
All right. Next one is Raw. Add player disc to the active sun. So I want this one pretty badly because it will create a chain of 3 here. Plus I have this extra point from this one being flipped. So this is going to be pretty valuable for me. I do not have any animal magic left. You do have to announce to your opponent if they ask if you have any animal magic, basically by showing the backs of your cards, and I don't have any.
Okay.
Ready? Aha! Okay, Gavin Nutt is next. Aim and flip the monument token to claim it.
So what do we have?
Oh yeah, good point. So over here, that's going to be kind of sweet.
Yeah, I want that one. You can...
Yeah, you can get a lot with that.
Oops. What is it doing? Yes.
Nah. You're going to have so many points on the board.
I hope.
All right, next one is Say Shot. So this is going to dictate where that goes. So I would be well advised to try to put it in a bad spot if I can. But
I'm going to use Animal Magic.
oh, fine, fine, fine. Well, you do that then. I will not be using Animal Magic because I don't have any.
Okay, ready?
Animal Magic. Go ahead.
Okay.
Nose of the Jackal. I'll mark it so people can see. Nose of the Jackal. Reveal your opponent's bid. You may now change your own bid if you choose. So, go ahead and flip my bid over.
1.
I doubt you want to change it. Or
I'm
maybe you
gonna
do.
change it.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe you're going to make it a 1 sun or something.
Okay. Oh,
All right.
I won.
Okay, so you have Say Shot and you have Gavin Nut. This is going to be a devastating round. Okay. All right, next one is Ta, which lets you claim the active monument card. It is a Sun Temple, which for Zach would net him 3 points. Am I right?
Huh?
So it'd be your
I just
second
have
Sun
one.
Temple. It'd be worth 1 point for me, but it would also mean I was taking it away from him if I could. So you're gonna have to earn this, dude. Okay.
Be phasing me out?
Yeah, I'm phasing you out with my. All right.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Haha.
No!
All right. So got that. And then Thoth here goes to the player with fewer cards, which is going to be me. All right, so we'll line these up. And Zach goes with number 1 and number 2 first. So number 1, Say Shot, Goddess of Surveying, place monument token / standee on the board.
I think here is my best bet, and I get an Animal Magic for it, so...
You
I
do.
that.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a better spot than that. And I think if you hit control while you rotate something, it gives you fine grade control. Like if it gets out of wonk. Yeah, there you go. And then, okay, so it's already been flipped to his side, and now he can rotate it to face where he wants. So we see that now, at the end of the game, well, we'll worry about that when we get to Geb and Nut. So that's it for Say Shot, right? Okay.
Okay, Geb and Nut.
Okay, so Geb and Nut here, aim and flip monument token to claim it.
Okay, it's already the direction I want.
Okay.
And so done with that.
All right, so at the end of the game now, he's going to score points for pointing at 3, plus 3 is 6, plus 2 is 8 points just for having just placed that right now. Plus, because he had this earlier, he's going to score an extra 2 points. Or sorry, not that one, sorry. For this one and this one, he'll score an extra 2 points for each because he points at this one twice. So this is kind of sweet. Yeah. Too bad that wasn't a Pharaoh's favorite or something, so you couldn't slide it over to here, because then you would really rake it in.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, but another game. All right, so is that it for 1 and 2?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so 3 is mine, which is Ta, claim the active monument card. I'm glad I kept that from him, but it doesn't do much for me right now. It gets me a Sun Temple, which is worth all of 1 point for right now. Okay, so that was number 3. Oh, yeah, that's right. And then number 4 is Ra, add player disc to the active sun, so that's also nice for me. And I score 1 point for that. Okay. All right, now number 5. Wadjet up here. Zach has it. Now, usually you draw just 1 card if you have the Wadjet card, 1 Animal Magic card, but in this case you draw 3 cards and then you get to claim 1 of them, so you can sort of choose your strategy of what you want. Now, when you right-click on your Animal Magics there, it should give you an option of draw 3.
Okay.
Or take 3 or something like that. Actually, take 3 would probably reveal them to me. That's probably not a good idea.
No, I just did it and it put them all into my hand.
Okay,
So
that's great. So just give 2 of them back to the bottom of it. So you'll discard those to the bottom.
okay. Okay.
All right? that's Wadjet. So now number... that was number 5, right? So now we're number 6, Pharaoh. So because we're not on the corner of the board, nothing happens. Our bids stay in place. All right, and now number 7, which is Thoth. So I'll flip this over and exchange used bidding cards. Looks like I grabbed Thoth again without meaning it. I wonder if when you select... Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong because I would have thought it deselected it while I was doing the other grab, but it doesn't matter. Thanks. Okay, now we move the sun marker to the next sun, so we'll move that over to here. Okay. Choose new monument cards, standee, and tokens. So, I don't want sun... Well, sun temples are okay for me. Do I want to go with the Sun Temple or risk getting something better? I think I will go with the Sun Temple and have us duke it out for it.
It adds to the tension.
Yep, and it would have been another Sun Temple, so that's that. Now I grab this right here. I put a Sun Temple right on there. And now we summon the gods to the palace and mark the new Pharaoh's favorite. So let's see if I can get it to work this time or not. Yep, button to the bottom, shuffle those. Flip them, and add the Pharaoh's favorite right there.
No.
Okay, so Ra is the Pharaoh's favorite. So if I got that, that would be pretty sweet, because that'd be 2 points here, plus 1, 2, 3, 4 points. I'm going to really want that. It's a really sweet spot for that.
And this one's doubled, too. So
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Exactly.
that'd
So,
be 2 and the chain doubled.
yep. Well,
I'm going to use animal magic.
I was going to say, this might be a good time to use animal magic. I do not have any. Oh, man, you are... That's painful. Alright, I'm not playing Animal Magic. I'll let you place your bid, and then you can reveal your Animal Magic card.
Okay. Ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, Pharaoh's best friend. Collect the highest valued Pharaoh card from the supply. So, Zach just phased me out by playing a card that does not affect things right now. Instead, he grabs one of these 2 cards here, the higher, the 12, and adds it to his hand. So go ahead and do that. Then you can discard your Animal Magic card. And then I need a moment to just hiss and lament at the fact that I did not bid what I would have bid if I'd known that. All right, ready to flip?
Yep. Okay, I needed that one. Okay.
All right, that's going to do good things to keep me from getting too... Yeah. Okay. All right, so the Pharaoh now goes over here, and we place our second bid on the Pharaoh. Oops. Want to flip it first. Okay. All right, next one is Wadjet. Draw 1 Animal Magic card. Ready?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, Ta! Claim the active monument card, which is a Sun Temple, which would benefit us both equally by being worth 3 points. So, yeah, I bet we both kind of want that. Ready? Finally got something. Okay, say shot now. Place the monument token / standee on the board. That's pretty nice.
I'm going to take a look at it if that's okay.
Oh, please. Oh man, that's a pretty sweet intersection.
Is that hitting? That's touching the pyramid too.
It's
No,
not. No, it goes right past it. But it gets 2 points for pointing at that, 3 points for pointing at that, and then an extra 2 points when this points at that. So that's kind of nice.
I do like that one. Okay, do you want to play with it at all?
No. I'll be okay. I've already bid. There's no point in my...
What did you bid?
What did I bid?
Yeah.
It's a card.
Um.
So the 3D is really cool on this. because it maintains the 3D-ness so that no matter what angle you're looking at it, it's always right. Did you notice that? It rotates as you rotate, so the standees are always facing you.
Ah, that's way cool.
So I mean, it's better than regular 3D, right?
Because it's always readable.
It's always readable. Yeah, that is quite something. Yeah. The stretch goal ones, the Monu meeples, should be pretty readable from all directions too, because they'll be so thick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they look really good.
Yeah. Thanks. All right. Ready?
Uh-huh. What is yours?
Ah! Okay, so
Oh
I have an
my
8.
gosh.
All right, so this is an example. I put these next to each other so we can see. So we both have an 8 that we bid, right? And it's all the more insulting because you're using my original card here, right? Except you have a sun, I have a moon, so sun beats moon, so you win it. Okay, all right, so now we have Geb and Nut. Aim and flip the monument token to claim it. So all that glory that you were anticipating there depends on your having control of that. Well, good luck after I'm done bidding.
Are you going to use an animal magic?
I don't have any, as you well know.
I keep forgetting. Shoot.
I can't get over how cool this looks. Tabletopia. That's awesome. Ready?
Yep.
It's yours.
Thank you.
Oh, I wonder who gets Thoth. Okay. All right. All right, so numbers 1, or gods number 1 and 2. All right, so say shot number 1, place monument token / standee on the board.
Okay.
All right, so that's going to be pretty sweet. All right, and then 2, I'll let you put that back with the gods in the palace. All right, 2, Geb and Nut. Aim and flip monument token to claim it. I think you've already done that.
Uh-huh. Okay.
All right.
You got 3.
Number 3 is mine, so that's Ta. And so I claim the active monument card. It scores 1, 3, 5, 7. So in this case, the Sun Temple here is my second one, so it scores me 3 points. So 1, 2, and then skip all the way over to 3. So I have way more points on the board right now than Zach does, but he has a ton of endgame scoring piling up. So 3 goes away right there. All right. Number 4. Ra, and it is a Pharaoh's favorite. So, I should mark it, sorry. Ra, add player disc to active sun. Since it's Pharaoh's favorite, flip the disc to double its value to 2 points. Alright,
Okay.
so we can see this is a ×2, so it's going to be worth 2 points at the end of the game instead of 1. And it breaks my chain there. I doubt I'll get a better chain in the game. I'm not even sure it's possible at this point. There's only 2 more suns after this. So my end game score for my chain is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Doubled is 8 points. So
you just have to manage me and make sure
yes.
mine doesn't
Yeah,
connect at
because
the
Zach has the potential of wrapping around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if I don't do something to mess up that. So, okay, well done. And that was number 4. All right.
And 5, Wadjet.
All right, Wadjet is you grab an animal magic card, so Zach grabbed that. I'll let you bring that back to the palace. Cool. All right, and then we have number 6, the Pharaoh. So, because we are at this particular stage of pyramid building, we have a 5-point bonus. We do score the Pharaoh. So, select them both, and then flip when you're ready.
Okay.
Alright, you really make me pay for these. Okay. So, while those are there, I need to remember to move them back over. Okay. Alright, so, this is a 5-point bonus that I immediately score. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. And then I end up adding the next biggest piece here to the pyramid, but with the benefit of being able to flip it. Cool. All right. That looks all right. Yeah. The stretch goal versions are nice wooden pieces. Those will look really cool. Okay. So that's it for the Pharaoh, who will go back to the palace there. All right. And number 7 is
I
it.
give myself the 2 points for...
Oh, yeah, totally. So when you place the token there, you should have scored 2 points, so... Good, I'm glad you remembered that. I hope we haven't been forgetting with anything else along the way.
I don't think so. Hopefully
Yeah,
not.
I don't think so. And you've been mostly scoring points that will be recorded at the end of the game, so...
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Thoth, again, you see the other side. Exchange used bidding cards with those belonging to your opponent. I don't know why it's giving me a hard time adding those to my hand like I want to.
You took Thoth, too.
Did I? That's probably the reason why. I bet it's because I'm trying to add a card that shouldn't be addable to my hand. Okay, now there they are. Alright. Alright, Thoth, move the sun marker clockwise to the next sun, so we are on the second to last round here. There's this round, one more, and then as soon as the sun moves back to the original spot, the game will end. Alright, so we have moved the moved the sun marker. Now we're going to choose a new monument card, and all that. Sun Temple would be just fine with me. Alright. Oops. Alright, and now we return everything to the palace here. Okay, and flip that over. And Ra, that could be really nice for you. Okay, so we're bidding on Ra now. Ready?
Yep.
Good.
Shoot.
Okay. So now we have Wadjet, where you draw one animal magic card. Okay, flip. Yours. Alright, Seegert is next. Place the monument token and stand D on the board.
I want this one. Okay. Shoot.
Yay. Alright, Ta is the next one. Claim the active monument card. Again, that is a Sun Temple. We both would like that, but I would like it even more.
Did you do a 3?
Yeah, I had my reasons, but I still got it. That's so awesome. I love that. Okay, Gabon Knot. This is how you aim and flip the monument token. This is really valuable.
I am going to play Animal Magic.
I bet you are. Okay, go ahead and reveal your animal magic.
Okay.
Anubis Unleashed. I guess you can pronounce it either way. Move your current bid to the corner pyramid. Oh, how clever of you. Okay, so go ahead and do that. So that means he's going to have 3 cards instead of 2 when the next pyramid gets scored, which is, yeah. Where'd all your animal magic cards go? Did you go through them? That doesn't make any sense. Really?
Yeah, well, I had the one where I got to draw 3 and discard.
Oh, that got it. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so no matter what I bid, I'm going to win this, but I wish I hadn't spent 8 on it now. So that was well played on your part. All right, Pharaoh. So the Pharaoh is moved over to the corner pyramid, and now we bid. Oops. Remember to flip that first. And Zach's going to be putting a second card here. Okay. All right. And now we have Thoth, which goes to the player who has fewer cards, which in this case is Zach.
How do I stack up my Animal Magic to shuffle it again?
What you want to do is make a new deck. So like if you go over here, move that one, and then try to make another one on top. That did it. As soon as you've done a couple, they become easy. Just start stacking on there.
Okay.
And as soon as you've done them all, what you can do is grab them all, flip them, and then shuffle them. There you go.
Nifty. Cool.
Yep. Okay. So let's line these up here. Wow, I didn't expect to have this nice set of options here. So I have Seishot and Gebben Nut. So I get to end up placing the monument token right here, and I can put it wherever I want. So there's got to be a nice spot here where I can benefit in big ways. Now this is just a shrine, so this is not a very fancy one, so it doesn't score high if it points at the pyramid, it doesn't score high if it's pointed at. So if I could point at highly valued things, that would be really nice. But I'm not so sure I'm going to be able to score as well as I would like. I only have one other thing on here, and I'm wondering... I see no way to score well and get an Animal Magic token. Huh, it's a little fiddly here with the rotating. It's kind of messing with me. Did it do that with you as well?
Yeah, and then, yeah, if I press Control...
It cleared it out. Yeah. Now, alright, so that's where Seishot really couldn't have done that. I'm violating things. So Seishot just places it. So let me put Seishot back. Now I have Gebben Nut, so I can end up aiming and flipping the monument token. So I'm going to do that. So let me flip it here to face the direction I want. Okay. And that wouldn't be terrible. It'd be 2 plus 3 is 5 points. Is there a way to get more than that? That would be 2 plus 3 is 5 there as well. I do not think I see a better... Oh, wait a second. No, that would give you points if you pointed at me there. I don't see a better spot. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. That's not very good for Gebben Nut. Number 3, Ta. Claim the active monument card. And so I take the Sun Temple here. And that's all right, because that's the third one. And Ta scores 1, 3, 5, so I get 5 points now. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the board right there. And that's it for Ta. And now Ra. So add player disc to active Sun, flip it if it's the Pharaoh's favorite, which it is. And so what I do now is slide that over a little bit, grab one of my tokens, pop it there, flip it over, and now I score 2 points. 1, 2, like that. And that's number 4. Number 5 is Wadjet, and that's going to be Zach's for draw 1 Animal Magic card. Okay. Alright, number 6 is the Pharaoh. Again, that only happens when we have a pyramid construction symbol. We don't have one right now, so the Pharaoh just goes straight back to the palace. Alright? And now number 7 is Zach. He has Thoth here, and we'll end up flipping that over now to see what it does. So, oh, sorry, yeah, I guess I need to show it on my side, don't I? Exchange used bidding cards with those belonging to your opponent. Oops, so I always grab Thoth when I do that. I'm wondering if it should unselect when I don't know how to do that, because you'd think when you click something new, I don't know. All right, I'm doing too much meta commentary. If I lose, it's going to be because I'm paying so much attention to the meta question. It's the only possibility. Yes. Okay, not at all. All right, move the sun marker clockwise to the next sun.
All right, to the last one.
Last round of the game. Okay. All right, and the third one, choose new monument cards, standee, and token.
I will let you get the shrine if you want.
Oh, fine. That doesn't do me any good at all.
Well,
They're all shrines. Anyway. Okay. Well, that's pathetic. Okay. Oh, wait, sorry, I'm cutting... yeah, now you need to choose the... grab the new monument token.
And
grab a shrine.
Shrine. Okay.
Perfect. Oops, don't want to grab things off the board accidentally. The board is filling up. And so now we have summon gods to the palace, shuffle the god cards, stack Thoth, stack them on top of Thoth. Nice. Cool.
Rah.
Rah. Okay. And you have animal magic?
I do.
How many?
3.
3? Oh my... okay.
And I'm going to use animal magic.
Yeah, you are going to use animal magic, aren't you?
Hmm.
Okay, go ahead and reveal your animal magic once you have your bid out.
Okay. Alright. I got Pharaoh's best friend again, so...
Pharaoh's best friend. Collect the highest valued Pharaoh card from the supply. So now he has an 11 added to his hand just in time for the end of the game. Grr. Okay, let's reveal our bids. Yours, but you had to pay for it. Okay, next one, Gavin Nut. Aim and flip the monument token to claim it. So that's what the monument token looks like right there. And it points to nice directions. That could be worth a lot. If you wanted to mess with it, you're welcome to, Zach.
Okay. Do you have animal magic?
No, none.
Okay. I'm gonna use animal magic.
And I need to put down a bid. Okay.
Okay. And my animal magic is... This turn the lower bid wins.
Oh boy. Okay.
And I bid...
Yeah, you knew you had the smallest. Yeah, there's nothing lower than a 1 moon. Nicely done. Okay, Pharaoh. So the Pharaoh again gets always moved over to the corner pyramid, and we... Oops, looks like I took... Don't know how this happens.
Do you want me to try and grab the deck? Oh, you got
I'll put them over there and see if this will do the trick. Okay, so now we bid on the Pharaoh. Now the problem with this is that Zach's going to win this because I have two levels in my color of gold, and Zach has 1 blue, but whoever is on top wins. So if he wins just this once, he'll end up collecting the 7-point bonus at the end of the game for the pyramid. That's frustrating. Or he could just be bluffing me out and has like a 1 and a 2 here, right? So, yeah. Oops. Hold on, I've got to flip it first. Okay. So there's that. Seishot is next. Place monument token / standee on the board. Ready? All right, it's all yours. Okay, Ta is the next one. Claim the active monument card. Not all that exciting. It is a shrine worth 1 point for either of us. Ready?
Uh-huh.
You spent a 10 on that. Wow.
How many more are there? Just 2 more?
Let's see here. There should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the Pharaoh. So just Wadjet and Thoth, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay, oh, one thing I should note here with Wadjet. Alright, so action phase, draw 1 animal magic card. So after the bidding, we would draw 1 animal magic card. However, last round, you don't do that. Because there'd be no way to play that animal magic card, this is worth 2 points instead. So if you end up claiming Wadjet, when we get to the action phase, you'll just score 2 points and then return it to the palace. Ready?
Huh?
You are just loaded with cards.
Oops, I think I grabbed... Is that it?
That's it.
Okay. Yeah.
And now Thoth here, I will flip. That goes to whoever has fewer cards. That would definitely be me right now. Okay. All right, so I'll let you put yours in order there.
Okay.
All right, so number 1, say shot. Place monument token / standee on the board.
Okay, so I'm going to want it to be pointing at a lot of my stuff.
Yeah, it's not going to be that hard.
I don't know, like that? It's 5 points.
That probably is your best bet. As long as you point to those 2, that's a pretty sweet setup. Yeah, I don't see a better option than that. And there's no way to point it yourself, I don't think, without helping. Yeah, I mean, I know where I would want you to put it, but that's not what you want to hear.
Okay, and I'm going to put it here so I get this last.
Yep, so any unused animal magic cards at the end of the game are worth 1 point each, so it doesn't hurt to grab an extra point that way. Okay. All right, so that was Say Shot. And now Geb and Nut, you've already basically put it where you want it, so you don't need to do much.
Okay.
I'm going to scoot that over just a... Oops, sorry. I was going to slide that over just a little bit. All right. Number 3 is Ta. Now claim the active monument card. You spent 10 for a shrine. Because you could. Because you could. All right, so you go ahead 1 point on the board here. Okay, nice. All right, number 4 is Ra. Add the player disc to the active sun, so this is going to be painful.
And it's Pharaoh's favorite, so I'm flipping it.
Yep. Nice. Okay. Okay.
And then...
Watch it. So you cash that in, you just score 2 points immediately. And return it to the palace. Okay. And number 6, the Pharaoh. Yes. I wish. Can we just skip this part? Ready?
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So I'll yeah, let me grab my cards too and bring them over there. So it doesn't scroll if you keep moving along the left side of the screen. That would be nice if it scrolled.
You have to actually grab it.
I have to keep basically doing
screen.
stair steps to go across there, and maybe I'm missing something, but I'm finding that a little bit hard to negotiate. Okay, so go ahead and grab the last remaining piece of the pyramid and pop it on top there. Okay, so now you can see that the pyramid is actually completed there. It has 4 layers on top of the original base layer. So that's that, but you also score +6 immediately for having won the Pharaoh's favor at that point in the game.
6. Okay.
Okay, all right. So that was number 6. And number 7, Thoth, is going to be underwhelming right now. We would swap cards. You might as well just do it so that it's taken care of. Oops, I'm going to grab that again. I didn't mean to. Okay. All right, exchange those. Move the sun marker clockwise to the next sun. So we've moved the sun marker over to the beginning sun of the game. That means the game is officially over. Okay, so take a little breather here, and then we can do final scoring. You good, Zach?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Thoth, I will just set back right there. All right, here's a little reference card for the game here. It shows you how the turn works, and then it shows you the end of game. So on the screen here, you should be able to see the end of game happens immediately when the sun marker completes 1 full circle of the board, returning to the sun by Ra. Here's how final scoring works here. Animal magic cards in hand score 1 point each. So, any animal magic cards you still have, Zach?
I have 2 of them.
Okay, so go ahead and just score 2 points right now for those.
Okay.
All right, that's great. Okay, let me go back to this right here. Step 2, suns on the board. Players each receive a bonus of double the value of their strongest unbroken chain. All right, since I'm the one talking, I guess I'll start with mine here. And so my strongest unbroken chain are these 3 right here, plus I have this bonus. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 points is my strongest chain. I double that, and so I get 8 more points. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 as my bonus. And each player gets to do this, not just the player with like the bigger chain or something like that. So Zach, point out your biggest chain here.
Okay, it should just be this one right here. So there's 2, 3, and 4. So I get 8 points as well.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, all right. So, all right, so suns on the board, we've just got our bonuses for that. Now, pyramid, 7 points to the player controlling more pyramid platform tiles, and ties go to the player controlling the top tile. So, 7 points for Zach, because even though we're tied, he is the one on top. He now goes 7 more points.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, all right. So then we get to the big guns here. The last stage of final scoring is monument tokens. Score alignments all the way to the edge of the board. First you do it pointing at the pyramid, you score the value of your own monument standee, and then if you point at other monuments, you score their value. Shrines are 1 point, sun temples are 2 points, obelisks are 3 points. Easy to look at because on the board you see they have either 1, 2, or 3 little moons on them. So I don't have as many on the board. I'll just show you how to do this. The simplest way to do this is as you score for a particular monument, I'll start with this one right here, you'll once you've done it, you'll remove the monument tile from beneath it, but then you'll leave the standee in place so other people can score for it. So for instance, this one right here is going to score 3 points for pointing at this obelisk right here, and then it's going to score 2 points for pointing at this obelisk. So 3 plus 2 is 5 points. Is that right, Zach? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just about to lap the board there. And then what I do is I leave the standee in place, but then I remove this from the board to avoid any kind of confusion. All right, so that was the first one that was scored there. All right, next one here that I have, the only other one I have, is this one right here. This is an obelisk, and because it points at the pyramid, it scores 3 points for itself. So I'll do that right now. 1, 2, 3. And notice because I've lapped the board, I'm going to flip over my token to indicate that that's happened. I think that's kind of cool. All right, so 3 points for pointing at the pyramid right there. But because I have an arrow that points all the way down, all the way through, I also get 3 points plus 2 is 5 points for pointing at these 2 monuments right here. So I go 5 more points. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right, isn't it, Zach?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I'm going to slide that to the side for the moment. I'm going to grab this, put that back, remove this from the game, and that will be my final score for the game. I want to mention briefly that there is the cursed expansion where you can curse your opponent and whatnot. That has another endgame component where the most cursed player takes an extra penalty. It's super fun to play as well. All right, so Zach, pick one of these you want to score for first, and I'll point the camera at it.
Okay, I'll start over here.
Okay. All right.
So it gets 3 points for pointing at the pyramid right off the bat.
Yeah, it's
so
an obelisk, so
1,
3 points
2,
for pointing at the pyramid.
3. And then it's pointing at the sun temple, so that is 2. Another sun temple, 4.
Yep.
And that is it.
Okay.
One, 2, 3, and 4.
Great.
Okay. I'll do the shrine right here next.
All right.
And it is pointing at a sun temple and an obelisk, so 2 and 3 is 5.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'll do this sun temple. It's pointing at an obelisk, which is worth 3, and another sun temple, which is worth 2. So that is 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
I have a bad sense of where this is going with endgame scoring.
It's getting close. Okay, and I'll do this sun temple. It is pointing at an obelisk, which is 3, another obelisk, 6, and a sun temple is 8.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want it to be done, or do you want me to keep
No,
going?
no, no. Keep going. Let's find
Okay.
out your final score here.
Okay. So this is pointing at the pyramid, and it's worth 3 points.
Yeah, I'll show that it's pointing at the pyramid by doing that real quick.
3. Okay.
Mhm.
And then Sun Temple is 2, Obelisk is 3 is 5,
Mhm.
plus another Sun Temple 2 is 7.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep, I should have fought harder for those.
Alright, and the last
One more.
is the Sun Temple pointing at an Obelisk 3, 6, 8.
Got it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay. All right. So Zach's final score is, so wrapping around the board is 41, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 48 plus 30 is 78, 77, it looks like, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yep. All right, 77. And I had 48 plus 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. But I was, also looking at heavy meta-level issues of design, interface, and probably trying to drink a cup of coffee at the same time. And my brain can only do one of those. Thank you, Zach. That was an excellent game.
Yeah, you're welcome. Good game.
That plays really well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a cool interface. Do you have any thoughts?
Just on Tabletopia?
Yeah. I mean, how does this feel compared to playing since you have played the paper cardboard standee version, I think, more than anyone else has besides me?
I miss the physicality of the board, but yeah, this is really, really nice. It functions super well.
Yeah. I will write with a few requests just for minor things, but this plays great. I mean, if it's going to be digital, you're just giving up a basic interface, but if it's digital, I don't imagine it being a lot better than this. This is a really nice interface. It looks gorgeous.
Yeah, and we can talk over Skype like we would in person. It's super cool.
Yeah, I really like that. I often think of these sort of things as not being connected, but it's like, hey, I got to meet up with my friend Zach today. So that's really quite cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, for anyone who's watching this, thank you. And I hope that you all enjoyed watching. And please back Heir to the Pharaoh. It's my favorite game I've designed along with Fantastica. I've been working on this for 14 years. Finally found a publisher who is willing to do a 2-player game with lots of pieces. And that's not cheap to make. And so I'm really grateful that Eagle Griffin Games is willing to produce this. I'm grateful for all the backers who are willing to support it. Some recent updates are important, like the ability to pick this up at Essen if you don't want to pay for the same expense that it would be to deliver it to your home in, say, France or the Netherlands or Germany or whatnot. And also that all stretch goals are now included. So all the nice wooden things like mummy meeples, monu meeples, wooden pyramid platforms, and the cursed expansion, all that is part of the package. And Eagle Griffin Games is also offering a money-back guarantee. So I don't know of many Kickstarters that offer that much. So I hope you back it. All right. That's the most salesperson-y I've ever been. All right. Okay. Thank you all.
Done.
All right. Thanks, Zach.